Thank you for joining us on the NBC Connecticut YouTube page. We're talking Face the Facts. I'm Mike Hydeck, along with Trinity College professor, Mr. Kevin McMahon. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
He is a specialist on both the Supreme Court and the presidency, and we're talking gun control this morning. When we start thinking about gun control and the makeup of the Supreme Court, it is now, if you look at it from the outside, it seems as if it's leaning on the conservative side. What's the likelihood that a gun control debate you think is going to be taken up before the end of the year?
Yeah, I think on these major hot-button issues, politically sensitive issues or politically salient issues, the court tends not to take an aggressive role during a presidential year. They tend to stay on the sidelines. So I don't expect too much happening until after either Trump is reelected or a Democrat takes office.
With the two Republicans or Republican-appointed justices on the court, does that change Justice Roberts' role? Some court watchers believe he's sort of tacking toward the middle to try to preserve the integrity of the court. Do you see that as well?
Yeah, I don't think the two additions, Kavanaugh and Gorsuch, really changed the dynamics of the court on this issue. They're expected to vote in the same way that of the justices that they replaced. Most significantly, Justice Scalia was the author of the Heller decision, which was a significant gun rights decision in 2007. So the expectation is that Gorsuch would be very similar to Scalia, and the breakdown of the 5-4 vote would be, that was true in 2007, would be the same today.
So as we look ahead to the Supreme Court, they do have one gun control case on the docket they may hear in December if they decide to do so. It's about a law in New York City where if you have a permit for a gun in New York City, you're not allowed to transport outside of the city. Now, there are other states in the United States where you can get a special permit so you can travel openly with it. Is that something you think will stay with the states as far as that decision is concerned, or could the Supreme Court weigh in and make it more a federal case?
Yeah, like I mentioned, the Heller decision sort of laid out this constitutional right, individual right to own a weapon, to own a gun. And these cases are basically, the follow-up cases are basically trying to give further definition to that right. So does it go, does it force New York City to, or declare that New York City law is unconstitutional, for example? The likelihood is that the court would be critical. Certainly, the conservative majority would be critical of that type of law. But if New York has a very good reason, you might see somebody like Chief Justice Roberts, be convinced by New York's argument.
With these new justices, it will be very interesting come December to see if they take this up and how they adjudicate.
Sure, definitely. Yeah, we'll look forward to it.
Professor Kevin McMahon, we appreciate your time from Trinity College in Hartford. That's it for this YouTube segment. Click on a few more. I'm Mike Hydeck. This is Face the Facts.
This is Face the Facts with NBC Connecticut.